Hello everyone, welcome to a new review. In front of us is the new Mercedes-Benz EQS. This is the entry model with a smaller battery, rear-wheel drive. We have a AMG line package. Here is the key seen in the S-Class. So we're gonna unlock the car and hop in. And we're gonna check the exterior and the specs later. So we're gonna enter the car. So it's a press day, there's a lot of press, so we're gonna lock ourselves in not to get disturbed. And I'm gonna move the seat back a little bit, get comfortable. So the EQS is like an S-Class. So let's check the interior, switching to wide lens. You can see the new redesigned, a new design of the huge, massive MBUX. This is the Hayper screen. It's a one piece that goes all the way around. Has a digital screen for the driver, main infotainment, and then the infotainment for the passenger. If we move our water bottle, you can see the elegant design. We're gonna zoom back in. So very nice materials. This feels like wood, has textures, high quality leather. It's brand new, stiff. This is a little bit different material of leather, but very gorgeous and ergonomic. We have this touch controls. It's all now touch controls. You have start, stop. You have your hazards here, and then the touch buttons. So if we start the car, place the key in the market space C owner's manual. So put a key here, key not detected. All the keys in the car. There we go. So we can see the digital cockpit, and we can see the huge screen here. So if we go to, so this is some sort of a demo, but you can see the huge, massive screen. It is sort of tilted. It's not facing the driver, but a massive screen. We have the gorgeous ambient lights as well. These lights are here just to put more light inside the interior. So this is just a demo. If we tap here, you can see the apps. You can see the EQ. So this is the part with the battery. So you can set here the maximum charging. You can spec here. So this has a system that's connected to the server. It calculates your route, just like on Tesla, which is the main competitor for the Mercedes-Benz. Consumption. So let's switch on the vehicle. If I press the brake, then you can see here. So we're in park, and you can see the consumption. You can see the range, maximum range. Just a lot of information. This might seem overwhelming at the beginning, but once you get used to it, it gets very familiar. You have AC controls on the bottom, climate control. The seats have a very nice massage function, heating function, very comfortable S-Class level. And that's the massive screen. This screen is currently this little stars. You can turn it on as well. So if you tap here, you can have infotainment, music. You can turn on the rear screens as well. And over here, you can turn on the functionality for the rear screens for the rear passengers. Of course, you can have individual ports for the music, so you can listen to the music in the rear, or via Bluetooth as well. This screen is very massive, seems fairly responsible. I think it could be a little bit better. I'm a Tesla owner, but the refresh rate is pretty solid. And then over here we have the 3-spoke steering wheel. Of course, you can get the AMG version as well. We have touch screens for the main screen on the right, and the left we have the touchscreen options. Of course, you can choose multiple screens here, but not enough time to show you everything. I'm going to do a full review if I ever get this for a full test. But here you can see nice ventilated seats as well. A lot of high quality materials expected in the S-Class. I probably prefer, and I love this detail. This is some sort of like it's not Alcantara, but it feels like leather that's not smooth. It's a little bit more rough, high quality made. On the top, this is seen in the S-Class, this high luxury details, nice cushions on the back and as a front driver, 2 meter tall, exactly, 6.6. I have plenty of headspace. In the roof, glass roof, my head gets to this point, so even with the glass roof I have even more space. Inside here we have a charging pad, we have 2 USB-Cs, place for your key, adjustable cup holders, and it's interesting, on the bottom you have another 2 USB-Cs, you have a strap here, this is rubber mat, so nice ambient lights, and they really maximized the space for that. Over here, shortcuts you can use. You can use a car, and then you can get all these safety features, heads-up display, which is massive, but currently not on. So you can have snow chains, stuff like that. So a lot of options. Here are your settings, and then over here you can go to the all those features. You're just gonna swipe through them, so you can pause and read. Camera cover. So I guess if you put a reverse, you can have all this features. So there's plenty of options for you to control. So intelligent assistant. You have also the AI and active display. So you can have here both of them on. Turn off the system. So I won't go too much into the details in this one because there's a lot of other people waiting to see. So you can connect your smartphone, have the infotainment here, all the other shortcuts. You can play with the massage, so hot relax, a lot of options, wave massage, ambient lights. You can choose the color you prefer inside, more warm or cold, multicolor options, so have it fancy like a disco, and lots of other options. Glove compartment, I zoom, there is a button over here. You press, so the glove compartment has the fragrances, seems spacious enough. And then of course you have the Burmeister speakers, very high quality. You have the electronic parking brake, steering column is electronic. The front hood is not openable, so there's no front space, and you really don't need that. Here's a little look on the top. So gonna check the rear, just to put the car start stop off, so not to start the car by accident. So let's check the rear. Again, 2 meter tall. There's other press people waiting to get inside. So having in mind, I've set it on the front, 2 meter tall person. I've moved the seat to a lowest position, but I still have enough feet room, enough knee room. I am touching, but it's very comfortable. And then over here, you have the extra screen you can pick. If you close it up, again, high quality materials on the rear as well. AC controls and 4 USB-Cs illuminated. That's pretty solid. And I forgot to show you, so another 2 USB-Cs and quite a substantial glove compartment, or in the, not glove compartment, middle armrest space. And over here, you can knock down the middle seat. And then over here, you can get a screen, like a tablet. Obviously, you can have some storage area here, wireless charging. You can extend a tablet holder as well. So I don't think I see cup holders. The seat here headrest is adjustable. Very nice and comfy. Speakers on the rear. This is the look at the rear. And to see my headspace. So for a 2 meter tall person, it would be it's a problem because of the sloping roof. Maybe without the glass roof, there would be more space. But very nice and relaxing. Of course, you can lower the seats. But there we go. So you can recline the seats a bit. So there is a little of area here. It is a little bit dark on the rear, but you can see that the seat can recline a little bit. So let's check the exterior. Danke. So exterior wise, just a second, not the key, thank you. So we're gonna return the key to the nice gentleman here. And check the exterior, so you can see that the press immediately jumps inside. I want to film all the details. EQS 450 plus, so this is with the AMG package or the AMG line, and a very nice diffuser with its 3 strikes. Very Mercedes-like. I love the 3D lights. They're connected now, and you have a nice discrete spoiler. So if you press, gonna move and back up so you can see the whole car in the frame. Nice and tall hatchback or liftback, whatever you call it in your country. Very practical, massive cargo space. I'm assuming this is something around 600 liters, and you have the additional space on the bottom, so you can put some charging cables in here and maybe your wall box, home charger. For the Schuko, you have the hazard triangle on the rear. You have a little space, little net. You could knock down the seats from this position, so you don't have to go around. Have some lights, very dim though, not too bright. And of course, you have the points on all 4 ends, so pretty spacious, long. Flat. There's a hump on the rear, and there is a height space of at least 10 fingers height, so still very practical. I believe you could remove this if you really wanted to, so you can load stuff a little bit taller on the rear. Electronic closing, nice and solid. And then if you pop up, you can see here the information about charging, about the battery. This is your Type 2, and then combined, this would be CCS for fast charging. So some light information here and a button. So what's interesting, the Mercedes-Benz has a warranty of 15 years or 200,000 kilometers on their battery. And up to 70% of degradation. That's when they replace your battery if you go lower in the degradation. So below 70%. Very good and long warranty on the battery and the drivetrain. So the battery is 95 kilowatts, and there's something like 115 for the bigger battery, which has extra 2 modules. And this car comes with a rear wheel drive, and you can spec also a 4MATIC, which would include 2 electric motors, 1 on the front and the rear, and have an all-wheel drive. So design-wise, very elegant and aerodynamic car, very long in person, so you should have a private parking space for this. Nice panel roof. And what's also interesting, you cannot open the front bonnet. So if you want to pour washer fluid, this might be locked. Okay, so it unlocks, you can see the washer fluid sign. So this is where you pour in the washer fluid. Engineers can open the hood to access for service, but for the user it's locked. You can see the massive heads-up display inside. You can see the 2 cameras on the top, which have also heating for those cameras. Because it's a visual system, it needs to be always 100% visible. So if we check the specs here, we have the peak power is, so we have 245 kilowatts of power, which is equivalent to 333 horsepower. So this is for the base model. And VLTP range in kilometers is 702. In real life, just deduct at least 100 or 150 kilometers. Also depends on your driving style. 6.2 seconds 0 to 100 or 62 miles per hour. And capacity usable is 107 on this model. So I might be wrong, this might be the bigger battery model. So the base price, 106,000 euros, and total price of the exhibited vehicle, 100 and almost 55,000 euros. Probably for the fully spec'd car, because Mercedes like to spec fully cars, and this is for the German audience as well. You have it in German or Deutsch. So I'm going to switch here to the English. This is an English speaking channel. So you can see here the specs. We have 21-inch alloys, diamond white bright design, apple leather, bellow brown details. So engine and performance, we have here what I've read. So top speed is 210 kilometers per hour, 21-inch wheels, automatic gearbox, obviously for electric cars. Very interesting consumption. They're saying almost 18 kilowatts. That should be a good power consumption, but we're going to see that in a test. In the future, battery capacity, so excuse me. And maximum charging on DC is 200 kilowatts. Should take on a DC 10 to 80, 31 minutes, half an hour. That seems decent. And on AC, 100 to 10. I guess this is 10 hours. Just also fairly good. And these are the dimensions of the car. Weight almost 2.5 tons. Boot capacity, so I was right, it's around 600 liters, 610 to be exact, and then if you knock down the seats, I guess you can get 1,770 liters of cargo space. And standard equipment, you can pause and read here. And then the options, you can see the price. So of course you also have rear axle steering. It's such a long car, so it has also rear steering. So over here is the price. So that's it, A+, of course. Now let's look at a little bit of a front design. I must say the car is really gorgeous looking. It has a very sleek design. You can choose multiple alloy options. These are more sort of an open design. You can have a more closed design, which is going to give you more range. So these are again 19-inch alloys. We have a beautiful AMG line front, very Mercedes-like design. This nice arches, black details. It looks very gorgeous, and I gotta say that these stars without the circle look like some sort of diamonds, or they look really luxury. If you notice, there's a front camera for the 360 parking, 180 degrees fisheye lens. We also have them on the mirrors, side mirrors, and on the rear. And then we have this signature front LED with 3 strikes for the S. The E has a long here, so a little bit different pattern. And check out these lights. These are the digital lights, so digital headlights. This is the top performance you could get here. Mercedes-Benz, very nice details. You have 2 lenses and then small projectors, one here for the fog lights that are integrated in the main cluster as well. Once again, you cannot open the front boot. Then if we look at the front car, front end, it's very distinctive on the road. This is going to be really a nice sight in your rear mirror. The car just looks so aerodynamic. So I'm going to do another pass. So over here we have a screen. So you can see the layout of the car. Check this out. This is amazing. So I can swipe this so you can see the interior of the car. You can see the front motors. So if you can have a dual motor setup or only rear wheel drive. And then if I swipe on the rear, you can see the interior, a lot of space. You can see the battery is located underneath. And you can see the charging port. And behind is also a AC and DC converter as well. So just gorgeous, gorgeous car. So here's the new EQE. We're gonna check it in a separate video. But once again, just a look of the rear. So I'd like to hear your opinions. What do you think about the new EQS? And if you like the video, smash the like button, subscribe. There's going to be a lot of new content. We're at Munich EAA after 2 years of a lockdown, checking out new cars. So subscribe, click the little bell to get notifications when I upload new videos for future content. Hey guys, we're going to take an example look of the new EQS. We have a nice tablet here, so let's check what we have here. So beautiful new design. You can see the changing colors, the exterior, and we can see the aerodynamics. We can see the exterior and interior, so we can see all the details. Trunk space, screens, Hayper screen. You can see the sound. You see the drivetrain, range. You can see rear steering. You can see fast charging up to 200 kilowatts. You can really see the interior layouts. You can see the interior of the battery and the modules. You can see the recuperation. It's quite cool. And we can see the intelligent system, driving pilot, self-parking, and over-the-air cloud updates. But my favorite part is the interior. You see the sound system, the speakers, less particles, nice air filtration system, and the aerodynamics of the car. So tell me in the comments, how do you like the new EQS?